Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for mimosas and makeup. I don't have a mimosa right now because it's actually Sunday morning and this video is going up like in an hour. But I am so excited to show y'all Byredo Mineralscapes Eyeshadow Palette. So if you want to see swatches, hear about the palette, and see 3 looks, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think, and if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. You know I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I am feeling really excited about this palette here because if you watch my Priority Brands video, I said that I wanted the Byredo Big palette that was going to come out in 2024, and it is now here, kind of. Now, I couldn't wait and got one of those mini Byredo nugget palettes and absolutely hated that. But many of you told me that the formulation in these big palettes is way different, and I've heard nothing but great things about these larger palettes. The first Byredo palette that I saw was the Flora Kalahari palette, and then last year there was the Remembrance palette. Now I can't remember if both of those palettes came out in 2023 or do they just do one a year. They only need to do one a year because this palette is going to retail for $115. Now, I saw a sneak peek of this on Jamie's page, Makeup on Your Radar, and then saw that it was available on Liberty London, and that's where I ordered mine from. It is now out of stock there. The palette is on the Byredo site, but it says out of stock, so I just don't think that it was technically supposed to launch. So I did sign up for notifications, so I will let you know when the palette is available on the Byredo site. And if you're interested in it, just go to the Byredo site and sign up on the wait list, because I think it's going to sell out and they don't bring these palettes back, it seems. So if you are looking for one of those larger Byredo palettes, you can forget about it, because they do have some on Macari, and they are, it's like Muerte, how they would sell Muerte for like $600, like dumb stuff, $400, $500. So and we're not gonna be able to get that, but I will keep you posted about the availability of Mineralscapes. Enough of all of that. I do want to get into some product information about the palette and just the design and what the theme of the palette is. And then we're gonna get into the swatches, because I'm excited. I haven't swatched this palette yet. So I'm getting on the website, and then you're gonna just see some B-roll of the palette up close. This is a limited edition palette, has 18 colors, and it's inspired by the coloration and materiality. Materiality. That's what I said. So this palette is inspired by the coloration and the materiality of Byredo's native Sweden and the natural rural landscape that exerts its pull. Cool shades of northern spring colors, from serene nudes via glittering stones to rich and velvety deep blues, are cut through with silvered shine, creating an instinctive and sensual narrative through balance, sophistication, and freshness. The soft, creamy, and lightweight second skin textures deliver rich color payoff in a single stroke and can be easily blended and layered. The effortless, gliding application and long-lasting wear encourages intuitive experimentation. Housed in a mirrored steel case designed by founder and creative director Ben Gorham, with the mineral stones that reflect the shades of the palette. Mineralscapes is not strictly about where we come from geographically. It's something more ancient, our DNA, a cellular memory. It's about how landscape and memory have shaped us over millennia. It's a story that starts before you and ends after you. And that comes from Lucia Pica, creative image and makeup partner. So very excited, love reading that description, and I hope you enjoyed hearing that, because things like that mean a lot to me when it comes to an eyeshadow palette. This palette is made in Italy, and as far as the shelf life, it looks like the shelf life is 12 months. I don't see anything about Byredo being cruelty-free or vegan. So I just wanted you to know that. So let's go ahead and get into these beautiful, beautiful, well, I'm not gonna say beautiful swatches because I don't know. Beautiful gowns, I don't know. Let's just get into the swatches and we'll see if they're beautiful, but I think they will be. We have Grounding Sky, Painting Land, Sandstone, Rock Red, Mineral, and Steel Light. Sorry, the reflective packaging makes it a little tough to read. All right, let's do this, y'all. This shade right here, y'all. Y'all see me use this one. It's so beautiful. I am thinking 18. I'm gonna start up here. Beautiful. I know my camera's gonna come in and out of focus, so I will zoom in on this, of course. These feel very creamy, and I think they said that in the description. They are very creamy shades. At least these shimmers are. And this one right here, this one you can feel a little more texture in it. This is absolutely beautiful. The sparkle in that shade there. So there's like some satiny shades, there's some true metallics, and there are like 2 mattes. Yeah, really creamy feeling shadows, which is nice. I like that. So this is the top row. Yeah, very beautiful. Next we have Sunbeam, Solar Spark, Pink Flame, Sun Dried, Low Tide, and Steel Ray. Some of these feel creamier than others, like Pink Flame is a really creamy shade. All right, this next one, this is one of the mattes, like a true mattes. There we go. Now this one feels a little bit drier. I love that. And then this one's really creamy. All right, so there's our second row. Middle row. I'm loving this already. Well, I already love it, so just so you know. For the bottom row, we have Lunar Rhythm, River Mist, Matter and Life, Blue Dream, High Tide, this one's High Tide, and Translucent Matter. These blues look a bit similar. This next shade is the other true matte in the palette. All right, let's zoom in on this. This is Mineralscapes. So let me know your thoughts on this color story. It's so muted and cool and pretty. Love it. Yeah, really beautiful. Let me know your thoughts on the color story. I really like this, but one of the things that I think I love most about this palette is just aesthetically, I love how this looks. It is just very aesthetically pleasing to my eyes, and I love that. I love the different touches that they do on their palettes because the Kalahari and the Remembrance had, you know, their own design here, but it was still that steel construction and you know, mirrored packaging. Now you see it's definitely filled with fingerprints now, but that's okay. It can be cleaned off. So no big deal. Love this color story. Let's go ahead and get into the looks, and I'll be back at the end to give you my overall thoughts. All right, y'all. So I am about to do my first look with this Byredo Mineralscapes palette. It is so beautiful. It really is, and I'm so glad. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to say I'm glad yet because I might have mentioned earlier that I did try one of the small nugget palettes, and I don't want to say I hated it because that's a strong word, but I strongly disliked it and I will never use it again. I really hope that what I've heard is correct, that these bigger palettes have a different formula or a better formula. So let's do it. I'm gonna start with this What's Up Beauty R104 brush. And wow, there aren't really a lot of true mattes in here. I'm only seeing 2, but that is okay because we can use these satins. All right, well, I'm gonna go into Grounding Sky. Wow, this is really pretty. It's almost like not a periwinkle. It's like a gray blue, but not exactly periwinkle. I think periwinkle might have a little more like purple-y in it, purple. And so far, I mean, there's really not anything to say. It's a really beautiful pigmented shadow. I love the satin finish. It's beautiful. Really beautiful. Looks like a shade. Well, let's see if we can build it. Yeah, definitely a buildable shade. Yeah, that looks, I love that shade. See, I can do blue. It just depends on the shade. This blue reminds me of the blue that's in the Blue Velvet Dior Quint that I own. I can't remember if it's a matte one or a satin one, but that's another blue quint. I know that's been discontinued, but that's another blue quint that I really like. It's a little more ethereal and I really enjoy those types of looks. So yeah, that's Sky. Is that what it's called? Grounding Sky. And this is our grounding shade. Next, I want to go into Lunar Rhythm, and I'm going to be using a BK Beauty A502 brush because I'm just going to put that on this outer corner. Now this blue has a little bit of sparkle in it. I have not swatched the palette yet. So we'll see what this looks like on the eye. Just giving it a little more depth for the outer corner. We may come back into that. I really like this texture because it's a shimmer without too much shimmer. You know, because you may not always be in that mood, you know, for like the indie shimmer type look. I know I'm not. And lately I have been doing just some quieter looks, I guess. I don't want to say quieter looks because that's not what I mean, but just softer, I would say. This texture is really nice. I'm just going to keep that on this outer area. I'm not going to put any on the inner part of the eye. Not really a fallout or anything. Let me just swatch this real quick. Yeah, this one, it's not a real swatch, but it's got these little blue sparkles in them. I think that's real nice. All right, very good. All right, now we need a shade for the space here in the middle. And I mean, we could go so many different ways with this. The first shade that I really thought of is this green. And it is called Painting Land, right? Painting Land? No, hold on. Salt, wait a minute. Grounding Sky. It looks like there's a misprint, but I'm not sure because this one looks like it's supposed to be sandstone and this one looks like painting sand on the back. Let me show you. You see how the deeper green is painting sand? So I don't know, but I'm gonna take the deep green. Do we want the deep green or do we want, which green do we want? This one or this one? My gut was telling me the deeper green. Oh, no, I gotta save that. Oh my God. This one here, wow. And this one's nice too, but this is more of like a metallic. I think it's gonna be too deep. Okay, let's just go with the lighter one. Oh my gosh, even this bait. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, because I've not swatched this. Look at that, that would be beautiful too. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, hold your horses. Okay, these tones, y'all, I'm sorry, these tones are great. I'm gonna go into, I think it's sandstone, because this is, it's either painting sand or sandstone, y'all. I can't be trying to figure it out. And I have this shader brush here from Show. I'm just gonna go in with the brush and see. I'm gonna just pop it right here. in the middle. Yeah. I might put something on top. We'll see. Ooh. Yeah, I think this could use a little sparkle. So I'm gonna put something on atop this green here. This is gorgeous. Wow. Look at that. Now I do need to blend. We can kind of go on top with this shade. This is a little more metallic-y, so let me tell you the name. The name of that is Steel Light. That's it right here, Steel Light. Okay, so let's just take the finger. I don't know if that's gonna give us anything else. Let's see. Oh yeah. I want it to be a little messy, just a little bit. Like it doesn't, I don't want it to have like a, what do you call it? Like a defined line between the colors. That's nice. Okay, I want to go back into our first shade, the blue, which is called Grounding Sky. And have it be kind of soft, I guess, going up to the brow bone. This is definitely different than the small palette. So that's true. That small palette was not it. And see, this is why I really do wish that I was able to get the Remembrance and the Kalahari. But people are selling those on Poshmark and Macari for ridiculous amounts. I want to say I saw $400, $200. I can't. Nope, just missed out on that. I even saw one, I had never seen it before. It was like a prism one. It was like a rainbow palette. That must have been a few years back because, you know, I wasn't really looking at Byredo. And that Remembrance palette last year at the time, like those types of palettes really weren't exciting me. I was into just, you know, bright, indie, shifty, duochrome. So I just wasn't into it. But now, like that's the perfect everyday palette for me. But I think this one's gonna be a favorite. I really like these tones, and it's a different color story for my eyeshadow collection, which is hard to do. Yes, love it, love it. So we need an inner corner. Oh, wait. I think I want to go with one of these. All right, so Sunbeams, just reading this, and then Solar Spark, and then we have Pink Flame. So Pink Flame is what I want to do. Oh, this is like, these seem a bit creamy. Again, okay, yeah, yep, that's a lot. All right, again, I have not swatched these yet, so just seeing these formulas or trying these formulas for the first time. I'm just gonna tap lightly into that. That was really pigmented. So beautiful. This is the first look. I'm so excited by this. I love this. Okay, I'm going to get some liner and mascara, and we'll be back to talk about, or I'll be back to talk about this look. All right, I am back with the finished look. Look at this. I used the Victoria Beckham liner in Navy Noir and my Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. Let me know what you think about this look. This is a yes. And you know, I was just thinking, because I was sending these pictures to Jamie, and I'm like, this is making me feel excited about eyeshadow again, because you know, I've been in a bit of an eyeshadow funk, palette timeout, palette slump. I'm so mad about this toilet paper in the background. I can't. Let me get it, because that's just gonna bother me. It's not gonna work out. And I was supposed to change my battery while I was getting the mascara together. Can't have my Angel Soft in the background. Oh my God, but I can. Oh my bad. Okay, I'm really happy with this look. I'm really thrilled. I love it. And y'all know, I have been in palette timeout. I've been putting palettes in timeout, eyeshadow in timeout, but I don't know. This palette right here, this might bring back my love. We're gonna see. So let me know what you think about this first look. I am just loving this muted color story so much. This, I can't think of anything like this. Someone did say, and I probably should talk about this at the end, I'll bring it out. Someone did, a couple of you mentioned the Nomad Ghost Town, and y'all know that's another favorite of mine. That was a favorite from 2023. So we can just compare the two palettes and just see, but that's another muted, cool color story that's not gray. It's a colorful, muted, cool tone palette. And I am just so tickled with this. I'm so tickled by this palette right now. Okay, let's get into another look. Oh my goodness, y'all. I am like so late with everything tonight. I bet it's okay. It's 10:11. This video is supposed to go up tomorrow. Makeup protection program still hasn't gone up because my iPad keeps dying because I keep using it while I'm trying to charge it. And just, y'all, I'm just backed up. But it's okay because I know y'all gonna be there for me. So we're gonna do a second look with Mineralscapes right now. Yeah, bedtime look, I guess. And so I had two different little colorways going on in my mind. I had like, kind of like this pinky purple with like these with some of these greens. Oh my gosh, I'm so enthralled by this color story because there's so many cute little looks, and you can even go monochromatic. We're gonna do High Tide. I think that's this shade here. I guess I could do two looks. You want to do that? Don't want to do two looks right now? Let's just do that because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna take this off. So let's just play around. So let's just do look number 3. Yes, with this little gray purple, I'm into it. And then we have this like sparkly purple, and then we have this purple too. I still haven't swatched a thing. Oh my gosh, these are just such beautiful shades. I think Mineralscapes is like the perfect name for this palette. Let's go into this deep purple, which is called Steel Ray. Yeah. Oh no, my gosh. Everybody's about to go to bed because it's so late. Hey. No, come here. I just had to finish this because I'm going to be in a predicament. It's only going to take me about 10 minutes. Seriously. 10 minutes. 20. No, okay, 20.
Your 10 minutes be 20.
My video didn't even upload. Okay, well my video did. No, I'm rushing myself. So I wanted my mimosa. But my video didn't even upload. Now the toilet's running. And I'm sad. I wasn't doing this before. Okay, well August and Mark are getting ready to go to bed. Like, in the bed. They're not getting a shower.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not into it.
I just had to tell Mark to calm down. He up there jumping up and down.
Okay, this is cute. Now I know this looks really similar to the blue look, and that's okay. You know what? I'm into the texture and the formula of these shadows because I don't think with the typical palette I would be like, ooh, let me use this purple sparkly shade as a smoke shade. You know, I just don't think that would be what I would do. But I want to go into Rock Bed. I think that's what this is. Rock Bed. That's this one here. I love this shade. This might not be my best work because I just didn't get to really, I don't always think things out, but oh my gosh. And my phone's about to die. I mean my camera. Let me change my battery, but look how beautiful, how beautiful. Oh, I love this. Okay, let me change my battery. Yeah, but Mimosas and Makeup is, not Mimosas and Makeup, makeup protection program is a struggle bus right now situation because I can't, my iPad won't charge. Let's do Sunbeam. It's ready, but it's gonna be like 11 o'clock before it comes up. Such a shame, but it just, usually I record that on Friday nights, and I don't know. I was talking about how Friday was just a rough work day, and I didn't record anything. I was just like, this is not happening. I don't think the makeup releases were like superb. especially like we're in the middle of the VIB sale. I'm just going with my Singe Beauty brush that I love so much. This is the E01, and I am going into High Tide, which is what I was using. One thing about looks like this is like with the first look, it was a lot different because it was blue and then it had the green. I don't mind if the differences are somewhat subtle, because I just think I don't know. I like looking for stuff like that. Like, wow, okay, this was like this, but it's a little bit different. I love this. You know what? I just threw this together. Love that. This is gorgeous. So that's look number 2. Okay. Happy. We're going to get into look number 3 now. I know what shade I'm going to use for the transition, and it's going to be Sun Dried, which is this one here. As I was saying, there's only 2 true mattes, in my opinion. And it is Sun Dried and it is High Tide, which is this one here. So these are the only really true mattes. Y'all, when y'all do see makeup protection program, I gotta call it something else, like the makeup news report, because it's not protecting anybody. But someone's selling the Byredo Kalahari palette for like $550. It's brand new. I'm like, damn, that palette is so gorgeous. So I think I'm going to challenge myself to dupe it. Oh, it is so beautiful. It is such a beautiful palette. And I just had no idea about this formulation. I don't understand why Byredo couldn't do their little small palettes like this, because they're expensive. They're $75. Look at that little mauve. I'm into it. So I'm gonna go into Low Tide. That is, so wait a minute, which one was High Tide? Oh, High Tide was down here. So this one is called Low Tide. Thing about it is, when it's a palette you want to use, it's not feeling like, oh, I gotta do this, you know? And that's what I'm looking for with my makeup and with my YouTube videos. I don't want to be like, oh, I gotta do this, you know? It's like, no, I want to show y'all X, Y, and Z. And that's what I want to do, and that's where I want to be. So a lot of transitioning this year in 2024, and I'm here for it. This shade here, I think, is like a completely different kind of undertone. It's really gray. I think what I'm enjoying about using this palette so far is that, because it's not a cohesive palette, it's just not, but you still have potential to make like monochromatic looks. You can do a variety. I don't think it's intimidating though. And I have palettes that are intimidating to use. And when I say intimidating, not like real intimidation, it's just like, what am I gonna do with this? And I just like having palettes where I'm like, oh, I can do this. I have these monochromatic options, or I can branch out. And that's how I feel about this palette. But the formula is what is really getting me. Okay, we need a shimmer. The cool tone palettes with the variety of the color options is really what I love about this. So we have, like, why don't we do this one? Because we can do a monochromatic look, and this is called Pink Flame. That's this here, just so you can see. It doesn't, you know, have to be anything super spectacular, but we can go a bit monochromatic, and that's gonna look nice as well. Like subtle washes of color. This reminds me of, like, I don't know, I was gonna say Seattle, like a rainy place. It's just, it's gloomy, but it's so beautiful. And if I wanted to, I could take, you know, one of these deeper purples. There is, I just want to show you a little bit, just because it matters to some, not to me, but some kick up here in the pan. But I would not call these powdery mattes. I've had experiences with some mattes that are super, super powdery, and I just don't enjoy them, you know, because they kick up a mess. I don't feel like that about these. And if I wanted to, I could maybe even take like this to smoke it out a little bit more. But if you're someone who works at an office, I mean, I feel like you could do something like this, and you don't have to smoke it out with that deeper shade. You could just do the mauve transitional matte, and then the shimmer. Like, I think it looks good. But I'm really feeling this cool tone situation. We do need a inner corner point, and I'm going to use the shade Steel Light, that one. Yeah, see how nice that looks? Like, he had a little mauve lip on. My lip oil definitely dried up, but I love this so much. I mean, this is a daytime for me as well, but we can really get this, like, both of them. You can get like smoky glam looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on my liner and mascara while we talk about the, I guess, something that I feel that happens when I'm trying to show off a palette. I call it palette guilt. You know, I lost my Bordeaux Victoria Beckham liner, so we're gonna have to go with Fig, which is not a problem. It's one of my favorites. Palette guilt is like, there's 18 shades in this palette, you know, and I did not use them all, but it's feeling like you need to, but in my mind, it sacrifices the look. So my thing is like, do as many shades, you know, for the look that you are into. But when I'm trying to, I don't want to call it a review, but when I'm trying to show a palette or showcase it, I feel the need to. And I felt like that at the beginning. And that might have just been the trend at the time about like cut creases and using like 10 different shadows. And I'm not there anymore. I'm not there anymore. I am wanting to do what makes me feel comfortable. The makeup look set I love, and that could change, but I feel like I'm just evolving, and things also do come back around. So I think what I'm enjoying right now about this era of eyeshadow for me is using palettes, you know, that have a lot of shifty shades or bold shades, and figuring out, because I'm not throwing them away, how does that go with my current makeup aesthetic? Because this is where I'm at right now. And I couldn't have said that about myself a year or two ago. Not sure how we got to this, but that's how I'm feeling. I'm using the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. And you know what I was realizing while we were doing this? I've never tried, because I was watching Laura May Beauty, and she was talking about Tower 28 mascara being a tubing mascara. I don't think I've ever tried a tubing mascara. I used the Pat McGrath Dark Star. I used the Thrive Cosmetics. Those are the two that I use. And everything else is usually a sample or something like that. Let me know your thoughts on the tubing mascara. Do you feel like it gives more length or volume or both? Let me know. That was random, but I just randomly watched her video today, and she was talking about the Tower 28. Now I used to use the Grande Lash Serum, and that made a huge difference. It's expensive, but you know, with lash serums, you have to make sure that you use them. I'm gonna just take, just because my lips look so pale, I think I'm gonna give the, what is it called? Summer Fridays Rosewood, the deep one. I give it to my sister. I feel like it made my lips a little gray looking. This is Lisa Eldridge Velvet Affair, and I just reordered my Velvet Affair lipstick because that broke real bad. We could not go together real bad anymore, but now I got it back. I ordered that with this Byredo palette, but yeah, I love that. It's such a natural nude on me. So you see I use the Victoria Beckham liner in the shade Fig. Yes, I have the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara and the Lisa Eldridge lipstick in Affair. Now, I touched up my concealer. That was Natasha Denona, but I forgot to retouch up the blush. But I was using Sangria from RMS Beauty Westman Atelier foundation stick. So I know it's the end, but see this right here? I love this. Let's see these looks up close. I hope they look good. I love that. So let's get into my final thoughts. Let me know what you think about these looks. I am thrilled. I am really happy that I took the plunge and purchased this palette. I know it was expensive, but I think it's totally worth it. I really love the pan sizes. I just love the geometric layout of the palette, like just with the squares. I love stuff like that. And again, I love having an eyeshadow palette that is cool tone but has some variety of looks to it. I did say I was gonna grab Nomad Ghost Town, so let me grab that before we leave. But is this palette worth it? Yes. Yes, it is. Because here's the deal. Byredo's not gonna come out with another palette anytime soon. And I'm not sure if they come out with one palette a year or two. I know Remembrance came out last year, but I'm not sure if the Kalahari palette came out with this one at the same time. I don't remember. But if this is their palette for the year, yes. Absolutely, yes. All right, let me get Ghost Town. All right, I'm back with the Ghost Town USA palette, which was released from Nomad Cosmetics. When was that? Around Halloween, I think, of 2023. So yeah, like when I look at the two of these, the color stories are similar. So yeah, y'all, I said I didn't have anything like this in my collection, but I actually do. But I am not mad because I'm telling you, this palette, such a step up for Nomad in 2023, just quality wise. I really didn't think about Nomad until one of you told me that. I love this palette, I really do. And the first look that I created for this video, I definitely could have used Dead Man's Land and maybe Gold Rush or Calico California, one of these, because I had that like smoky blue with a greeny gold. So yeah, I think if you have the Nomad Ghost Town USA, honestly, you probably could skip Byredo. This one's another 18 shade palette, and the price is everything. This is in the $50 range. Now, I do believe this one's out of stock. I don't know if it's coming back, so that may be totally irrelevant, but I'm glad I looked at it because I was saying I have nothing like this in my collection, but I actually do. I'm happy to have both the Nomad Ghost Town USA palette as well as the Byredo Mineralscapes palette in my collection. I think they are both beautiful. This one is just so gorgeous, and I'm so excited to be exploring cool tones because I just didn't think they were for me, but I realize they are. They're for me, yes. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I will keep you posted on where I can find this Byredo palette because this can't be it. They can't be just selling it on the Liberty London, which that was my first time ordering from that site, but I had heard of it before, but sold out everywhere and it hasn't even officially launched. Maybe they just let a few be sold for these types of purposes where they know someone's gonna do a video and then, you know, the real launch will happen. I'm really excited about this palette. I cannot wait to use it more. And I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today, another Mimosas and Makeup. I hope this was therapy for you. You know what always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.